just waits and waits on that one. And does manage to guide it to third man. For the right-handed batters, both right-handed batters, wind is coming from mid-wicket across to the covers. So one area that T20 and T20 might be trying to target is go over the covers with the wind. Only two within the circle on the offside, so maybe an inside-out shot.
Definitely T20 does. That's his favourite shot. Over extra cover, over long off. The length has to be just there. On bounce, Avishka Fernando. For a moment he thought he can sprint in and take that catch, and I thought sensible move, but not committing himself to go for the catch. And in the end he saved 3 runs there.
Absolutely. I think you've got to make that decision whether to go for the catch, which can tend to be risky. You might drop it, it might go for 4, taking the better option of saving the runs. Once again, oh, look at that crowd. Chock-a-block, to say the least. Lovely breeze blowing here. Lovely evening. Trigger movement allowed the bowler to just adjust the length on that. Making that forward press, showing the intent, and immediately Dhamaka did well to pull it back.
Sometimes as an individual, making a comeback into a side after a while, like to perform from the word go, but if the situation of the game is not there to attack but try and contain runs, this is where you've got to be much more responsible as a bowler to know the areas batsman does target. This is excellent. That's a third slower delivery in this over. Ball into his field and making sure that he's making the batsman think twice, using all his experience, Shamika.
Well, that's possibly the fastest he's bowled. Really been on the slow side, but the accuracy has been good. The height, despite the fact T20 was saying, was it over the head? No, it was perfect. Perfect height. Trouble the batter.
Well done, Ravindra Vimrasiri at square leg. That was perfect. T20 couldn't believe it.
That's innovation, and that's going to drop on bounce. They're doing very well. Going across, cutting it off. Just the 2 runs. Good fielding in the deep.
They're playing the field well. T20 finally was in the circle. Did the same when Dasun Shanaka was bowling. Went inside the line, scooped it over. For this occasion, probably lack of pace off the pitch. Did not get the pace, and Jeffrey Vanderse did really well. Sprinting across from square leg. Saves a couple of runs for Sri Lanka.
Every run so crucial with the Bangladeshis now trying to up the ante. Backs away past the diving fielder. Did he get a bit of hand to that one? Yeah, I think just enough to stop that race to the boundary. Another 2 runs to finish over number 11, 76 for 2.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
মামা, বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায়, দেওয়াও যায়। এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল। কি আশ্চর্য! বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিট, বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ। বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত, জমাও দিন সময় মতো।
Winning the toss, deciding to bowl, and they immediately got amongst the wickets. Guantasara, Binora Fernando sharing the first 2 wickets, but after that, it's been a little positive response from T20 and T20. It's frustrating the bowlers. The partnership was 69 of 55 balls. Seen here in Sri Lanka, Krishnachura we call them back home. Oh, edged and got him. Slow ball enticed him into trying to play that shot, got the outside edge, and another good catch taken.
Kusal Perera took the first catch of Tanzit, short third man. That's the left-hander. That's the other end. This occasion is Sauvit Ridoy. Same area, the short third man. This is much slower. That was a slower ball to start by Bindra, just 110 kilometers per hour. Gets in a top edge more than an outside edge. Diving forward, Kusal Perera He's having a field day with some good catches. Sometimes you may lose it in the lights. Looked quite easy. I'll tell you, it's never easy when it comes off the lights. 1 for 31, Hridoy. Bangladesh 76 for 3.
ওয়েলকাম আকাশের এক্সাইটিং এন্টারটেইনমেন্ট ওয়ার্ল্ডে এর নতুন ইউনিভার্সাল রিমোট এবং এইচডি সেট টপ বক্সের সাথে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন এন্টারটেইনমেন্টের এক ম্যাজিক্যাল ওয়ার্ল্ড। আকাশের ঝকঝকে ট্রু এইচডি পিকচার কোয়ালিটি বদলে দেবে আপনার টিভি দেখার ধারণা। আকাশ, যে কানেকশন সারা জীবনে।
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়। ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিজ হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
আরএফএল ইজি পাইপ আমেরিকান এএসটিএম স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে তৈরি আধুনিক যুগের আধুনিক পাইপ। ফিটিংস এর সাথে জয়েন্ট হয় শক্ত ও মজবুত। আরএফএল ইজি পাইপ এন্ড ফিটিংস, পাইপের বস, না কিনলে লস।
এই অবস্থায় পড়তে না চাইলে ব্যবহার করুন রেইনবো ড্যাম প্রোটেক্টর।
ইলাস্টোমেরিক ইমালশন থাকায় দেয়াল থাকে ড্যাম প্রুফ রেইনবো পেইন্টস, কালার অফ জয়।
There are his figures, 406 runs. And he's got to play a gem of an innings if his team are going to reach a substantial target. But to show all the resilience and the temperament. Whoa, that's half-hearted. Maybe thankfully it was half-hearted, that it didn't go and reach the fielder. It's off the mark though.
ODI captain is joined with the T20 captain. India's and Miraj is here because Tawil Hridoy gets a top edge. I believe it was bouncing, it was turning a little bit. Probably wanted to go through cow point area. Easy catch. Took a good one to dismiss Tanzit. Just on Medias and Miraj played an important role of 29 of 23. A similar sort of a knock needed for Bangladesh. Get to a score which we feel is a pass score almost of 160-165.
Game. I think the Sri Lankan bowlers have employed that slow bouncer so very well. Deceived the batters with the pace, deceived them with the length of the balls.
Almost mastered it, isn't it? And never disappoints the crowd in Dambulla. They're everywhere. Excellent. Deep cricket, scream cricket. They love cricket.
Do, and they're enjoying the performance of their team in the middle, having a control over the Bangladeshis, not allowing them to take the ascendancy, always keeping a tight leash on things. Gain innovation now. Goodbye. That is so simple. He tried a civil round trying to improvise. All he could do is get a bit of bat and even slow deliveries, the slowest of the lot, and he perishes.
He asked me if the option was right. Probably I'll say yes. But that's what the feel. And I thought Medias and Miraj saw the slow ball was coming. And once a bowler bowls it really slow, it takes even more effort to get it over fine leg. That's why it surprised me. The choice of stroke of Medias and Miraj. Binder Fernando, he picks up his third wicket. Nuwan Tushara takes a dolly. Miraj, he's gone for one. Bangladesh in trouble. 78 for 4.
Mr. Noodles, amazing taste. Mr. Noodles, enjoy the best.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
আরএফএল ক্লাস পাইপ নিশ্চিত করে প্রতি ইঞ্চিতে সঠিক থিকনেস ও সঠিক মাপ। তাই মাটির 1250 ফুট গভীরেও আরামে নিতে পারে প্রচন্ড চাপ। পাইপের বস, না কিনলে লস।
প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি, আরো জোস। তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সসের বস।
They're looking to regroup and put a substantial total on the board, but here's Shamim Hussain. 364 runs, 150 so far. And a little tuck away. Get a run.
Shamim Hussain, he can hit the long ball. Getting used to the conditions is his primary at the moment. Anderson Miraj trying to scoop it over fine leg. Absolutely no pace at all to work with. 2 wickets in the over, ball into his feet. knowing his strength. That's the best part about Binder Fernando. Though he's 6'5", probably get bounced, but he understands pace is not all about in bowling with the older ball. In Sri Lanka, you mix the pace, especially the length in the middle, slow ball bounces, gets you wicket. And he's just sticking to his plan, and so far has worked really well for him.
And just getting a run to finish that double wicket over. Bangladesh in between a rock and a hard place at the moment at 80 for 4.
মামা বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায় দেওয়াও যায় এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল কি আশ্চর্য বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিট বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ
বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত জমাও দিন সময় মতো টিফিন খেতে হয় না কারো লেট যেদিন থাকে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সসের বস
Giddy up. Get themselves a giddy up. Few chances need to be taken, and Sri Lanka bowling well. The fielding, even better, Roshan. That's the reason they're able to control this Bangladeshi batting and not let the pressure go.
Kachamika Karnaratna. Just that one over in that first game, he opened the bowling, but he's playing a different role here. But yeah, Russell, talking about what you said, they definitely need a giddy up, and Litton Das will be the man who will have to provide it. They certainly need to move from here with just 8 overs to go.
Look, Litton can't do it alone. That's where one of the others have to step up. What they actually or probably need is Litton to go deep, but maybe Shamim, Patwari, ideally, because would like this partnership to go on as a Bangladeshi fan. Needs to get you 25 of 10. Maybe something like that to get that oomph. There's 8 overs remaining. Oh, lovely. That's what I'm talking about. Get them into gaps, get them going. First boundary after 15 balls have been hard to come by.
Played it late and played it well. Shamim, yeah, as you said, shots like this will be very useful, and also they need 1 or 2 big overs. They'll be fine up to about the 12th over where they'll play it carefully, but I think Bangladesh has fallen behind at this stage.
First T20, 87 after 12 overs. Ended up at 154, which was not enough. Which was way short. Now here, 80 for 4 after 12, so they haven't even got to that number. 2 wickets that they lost in the power play was a telling blow. Good partnership of 69, and just as they were starting to motor along, Sri Lanka go bang bang. This game can change very quickly. 165 is past score, but that I feel might not be enough to defend. The wickets, Roshan.
Yeah, some very good bowling at the top by Sri Lanka. Started with Nuwan Tushara, full and straight, hitting that leg stump. Binder Fernando, very different, back of a length into the pitch, a bit of pace and bounce as well. And that time pays off. 2 good catches by Kusal Pereira. And then this is again lack of pace. That's his strength. That's what he goes to, Binura. And he's been very good so far. 3 for 17 in 3 overs.
Ragama Rambo. His best figures in T20 International for Rambo. He's been eyeing that area of the ground, Litton, but timing's not been there. Trying to hit with the wind. It just flies. Sri Lanka seems to have that awareness, and the ends he's using his bowlers. Spot on.
I must say that Sri Lanka has captained the side very well. This is a look at Bindra's returns. See, more than getting wickets, see, what he does well is that he creates that pressure with his economy.
That in the gap, he's hit it well. He's timed it beautifully. So has Avishka Fernando. Just unfortunate. Well, they got 11 off the 13th, 91 for 4.
17টি ভেষজ উপাদান খাঁটি দুধের সাথে মিশিয়ে তৈরি হয় মায়া অল ন্যাচারাল স্ক্যাল্প অ্যান্ড হেয়ার অয়েল। তাই স্ক্যাল্প থাকে স্বাস্থ্যকর আর চুলের গোড়া হয় শক্ত। ওয়েলকাম টু মায়া।
বছরের প্রথমে একটা বাচ্চাদের জন্য একটা বড় অ্যামাউন্ট লাগে, ঠিক করলাম আমরা একটা ডিপিএস খুলি এবং বিকাশে এটা খোলার কারণ হচ্ছে কি বেশি হ্যাজেল নাই।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ। ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিজ হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
7 overs for Bangladesh. They want to get a good score simply to keep the series alive. They haven't beaten Sri Lanka in a T20 series ever. Then an over 161, 11-12. You do need those 2 overs that you were referring to. They got to come now. And say, lovely shot. That is a wonderful shot. He knew extra cover was there, hit the top of his head. No one behind for Liton Das. Liton Das, well, this is his highest score against Sri Lanka in T20s.
And that was a poor delivery for Mandase to start with. That was a drag down. So when you have that big gap on the offside, that was asking. And beautifully put away by Liton.
Either side, probably point or the sweeper or long off might have got to it. But when you hit the top of the head, that's definitely the biggest gap that you can find behind him. That's why it was so good. He's looked very calm, Liton under pressure. As captain, having to perform. Had a lean year. Paced this innings well. Was missed on 37 by Kusal Mendes, a stumping opportunity. On 30. Correction. Oh, slight knock on and they come back for 2.
Turning out to be a good over, and Bangladesh are in search of that one big over to get that momentum going. Just need that over. Just need to try and get to a good position that they can get into the last 5 overs and look to launch.
Yes, 7 off 3. This over, last over was 11. So if they can get another boundary this over, they will get to where they want to be. Chanaka in the deep. 100 up for Bangladesh in the 14th over. You still take that. 9 off 4. Bangladesh is starting to move.
Some urgency shown here. 22 off 12, which is a good rate of scoring for Bangladesh, but they still got a lot of work left in this innings. Vandase, generally a wicket taker, has been leaking a bit of runs here.
Oh, a dot. You can't afford this.
I think Bangladesh have got 9 runs in the over. So they understand the importance of this pair batting a little bit deeper. So get to the 15th over and then look to launch. So they got 1 more over to do that.
10 runs off the Vandase over. 101 for 4 Bangladesh.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
দেশের তৈরি ফ্যালকন এমএস পাইপ সঠিক মাত্রার কার্বন কম্বিনেশন বৃদ্ধি করে পাইপের ডাক্টিলিটি ও হেভি লোড নেয়ার ক্ষমতা। ফ্যালকন এমএস পাইপ নির্ভরতার প্রতীক।
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা, 1 লিটারে 15 টাকা আর 2 লিটারে 40 টাকা ছাড়। জলদি কিনুন।
To be made because they're so far behind, Roshan, I would think it's got to be now. Usually last 5 overs I would agree. 10 and over, 160. Well, that's something to bowl at. Tikshana's back into the attack. 2 overs for 8 runs. They really haven't picked the history spin or the wrist spin of Vandase.
Well, if you're looking to take Tikshana on, I think that's a risk because Tikshana is so good with his variety and he's now bowling it a little bit quicker than usual.
Roshan, I think that was the maiden who was bowled over.
By Tikshana, you mean?
Tikshana's maiden over. Will he get to Chanaka or Chamika Karnaratna in the deep? Very quick. Yep, that's the maiden who was bowled over.
Yes, that is Mrs. Tikshana. You're right.
Bangladesh cannot afford to concede maiden overs right now, though.
I think you should be happy with this maiden. Tikshana.
Only the short fine leg as a fielder in the circle on the leg side. Field well set. This is what Tikshana does. It's not about building docks for him. It's about bowling to his field and minimizing the boundaries or the big shots. Third over for him, just 11 runs. You can't allow that to happen. You've already allowed Juan Tushar 2 overs for 7, Binro Fernando 3 overs for 17. Where are those extra runs going to come from? You've got to take someone on. Down the ground, the wind will carry it over. It does. He didn't get all of it, but he gets a 6, gets himself to a half century, his 12th in T20 internationals for Liton Das. First 15 T20 internationals after 13 innings for Liton Das.
Well, it's first versus Sri Lanka. It's been long time waiting, but a very, very important innings in the context of the game.
Oh, there you go, the pressure. Suddenly, Tikshana trying to make the adjustment.
That's the result of this shot. He was bowling his usual length, bowling it full, and Liton Das was very good. And then Tikshana immediately looking to make the adjustment, looking to do something different.
Really good, really good. Rate 7.5. But I think at least 170. Give our bowlers a chance. Maybe if we field well, we get a couple of early wickets and we are amongst it. 13 and over, 179. Well, Shamim usually shows up at our parties. Can he show up here? Lovely shot. Well done, Van der Sey. This is good cricket all round. Superb shot from Shamim and even better from Van der Sey. 115 for 4. That Roshan is the most expensive.
আমিও তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ
Mr. Noodles, amazing taste. Mr. Noodles, enjoy the best. আমি গোসল করবো না পচা বোরিং সাবান
জুনিয়র ক্যাচ এবার গোসল হবে আরো রিফ্রেশিং।
পরিচ্ছন্নতা ও পবিত্রতার জন্য গোসল করেছেন, কিন্তু আপনার গোসলের সাবানটি হালাল ছিল তো? একনল সোপ, দেশের নাম্বার 1 হালাল অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল সোপ।
এখন দুলাবালি জীবাণু ঘাম ক্লিন বোল্ড।
Liton Das striking at about 138. He's paced it well so far, you'd say, with the wickets falling around him. Well, big 5 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sey. His last over. Now it's hard to clear the boundary on that side of the field. This is Liton Das.
Outstanding knock, started off slowly, but that 6 really set the tone. Went after Chamika, and even Van der Sey, when he dropped it short, he was onto it quickly. excellent innings by the captain. He's leading the way, showing the way for the Bangladesh batters.
And only 1, 6 and 3/4. He's rotated the strike so nicely.
Russell, when you look back since 2024, in I think 29 innings or thereabout, Bangladesh in the last 4 overs have been going at little over 9 runs an over, say about 38 in 4. So if they finish at say 120 or 125 at the end of this over, they maintain that average, they could get to 160 plus, and they'll still take it.
It's really good bowling. Keep talking about the wind. He's bowling short outside off stump to the right-hander. He's hitting into the wind is hard, and dragging it from that wide to the leg side is a risk. And he bowls a lot straighter to the left hand. Look, even outside leg stump. That is getting them to hit to the... Just got distracted, Roshan. Pineapple, juicy. So what was I saying? Well, this is in the air. Tikshana underneath it. Tikshana drops it. He's made a mess of it. Maybe he was looking at the pineapple as well.
Well, I can tell you he was not looking at the ball. I don't know where he was looking because he never got underneath it. Never settled underneath it. He's generally a very safe fielder. Well, she knows it. She understands it.
Well, I thought he had it under control the way he attacked that ball. Now that is a big miss because Litton Das is just about to break free. He'll get that in the gap. Another couple, I'm sure. Fielding's been so good, but not on this occasion.
Yeah, just completely misjudged it. Just overran it, I thought, for a moment. Ran forward, didn't settle underneath it. Had to make the adjustment.
Last ball of his spell. He's gone for 34 wicketless today, Van der Sey. Could have easily had a wicket going this over. Oh, he's been put into the stands. That's Litton Das for you. This is the Litton Das we all know and love. 50 off 27 the partnership as Bangladesh in the 16th over on 128 for 4.
এখনো তো ঝিরঝির করতেছে
ঝামেলা আসলে আমার লাইনের না বাইরের সহজ সরল মানুষ পায়া জিনজিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে আমি
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপেরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভিতে।
টিফিন খেতে হয় না কারো লেট, যেদিন থাকে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
আরএফএল প্লাস পাইপ নিশ্চিত করে প্রতি ইঞ্চিতে সঠিক থিকনেস ও সঠিক মাপ, তাই মাটির 1250 ফুট গভীরেও আরামে নিতে পারে প্রচন্ড চাপ। পাইপের বস না কিনলে লস।
Struggle, couple of wickets, then that big partnership between Rido and Litton, couple of wickets again, and Shamim and Litton now building up a partnership of 50 of 27. This is the 6th in the last ball of the previous over. The slot sweep employed. He just had a life and he took full advantage of that dropped catch into the crowd.
Yeah, he's playing a good hand. He's given a life, and at the toss he suggested 180 should be a good total, and if he stays there and keep on batting the way he is, there is a chance.
Well, Litton Kumar Das has been leading a charmed life, I should say. Opportunity missed by the keeper of a stumping. Wide delivery, that one, Iksana not judging the trajectory of the ball. Following the batter, just made that initial movement, Shamim Hussain, to the onside, spotted by the bowler. This is the time that Bangladesh have got to throw caution to the wind. Got to really speed it up.
Yeah, and he's got the reputation and he's got the record that from 17th to the 20th over in T20 cricket, he goes at the rate of 153. So if he's allowed to do that, there is a very good chance that the Bangladesh will end up with a good total on the board.
Oh, now, that clever of bowling continues. The slow deliveries have been used so very nicely right through this innings by the Sri Lankans.
Yeah, he's a T20 specialist. Tushara, slingy action, and then he's got plenty in his repertoire. Those slow deliveries, yorkers, doesn't allow any freedom to the batters.
Oh, he is clever. And Shamim, once again, a little too early to allow the bowler to adjust his line quite comfortably.
Yeah, he's been bending the ball back to the left-handers, and that's why Shamim exposes stumps to be able to hit the ball over extra. Clever thinking. Pushed it wider. Couldn't reach Shamim on that occasion.
Well, something's got to give here. Just the 2 runs in the first 3 deliveries into the 17th over. There's the slap away through extra. And it's going to go to the boundary now. The perfect time to get a 4.
Yeah, this is with the length Shamim was looking for. And got it. The reason why he was able to play that one, he stayed still and decided at the last moment where the ball is going to go. He's happy about himself after finding that boundary.
Yeah, and he stood his ground this time. The previous delivery, he moved away. It was the same trajectory. This time he stood there, waited on that one, and enough in his arm. He played very confidently.
Yeah, plenty of power, but he wasn't able to middle that ball. Toe end of the bat. But the result was good. That's what matters. They have to find boundaries consistently.
Now it's right down the line. What about that? A superlative strike. Really going right down the line, middle of the bat, over the top, and for the maximum. We're going to have a check, I think.
Brutally handsome. That stroke. Wow. Held the post too. He knew. He middled that one. He knew he has got enough elevation. Successive boundaries found by the left-hander. That one went all the way.
Sure did. No questions there over the top. And the confirmation. It's there. At the right time too. Peaking at the right time, that's what you'd say for the Bangladeshi batting.
Are you saying that stroke was over the top?
It was over the line. Over the top, definitely, of a lot of people. Now, while swinging across the line, dot ball. Oh, they scampered through. Now that is a bonus run. Sri Lanka would not like that too much. 17 done, 141 for 4.
মামা বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায় দেওয়াও যায় এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল কি আশ্চর্য বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিট বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ
বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত জমাও দিন সময় মতো ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি পিৎজা হাট চিলক্স সুমিজ হট কেক ম্যাচেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়
বিজলি কেবলস যে কোনো স্থাপনার বৈদ্যুতিক সংযোগকে রাখে নিরাপদ এর স্কিন কোটেড ইনসুলেশন সম্পূর্ণ ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট তাই বিজলি কেবলস নিজেই নিজেকে নেভায়
বিজলি কেবলস
নিরাপদ আজীবন
Plenty of tall buildings. And somebody sitting close to me is very happy, in a very good mood.
But they still need a lot of runs. In the last 5 overs, 61 runs, just over 12 runs and over, and they can consistently do that in the remaining 3. Bangladesh will go to honor about the 175 mark. Reversing, not quite getting hold of it. Despite that, in the gap, away from the fielders. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they come.
Yeah, runs out at premium here. Having lost the first T20 played at Palakkale, they need to make a comeback. into this series, and they need runs, and plenty of them. Boundary of the first delivery, always bring pressure on the bowlers. Yes, he's been bowling very well. Already has picked up 3 wickets, Banura.
Follow Shamim, who once again is that trigger movement backwards, thinking of a second, not a wise option. But that's good. You get 4 runs, you get a single to follow up. You've got someone at the other end, Liton Kumar Das, who's going great guns, a 67 or 45. So Banura will be under a bit of pressure and where to bowl the next delivery.
Now, the Bangladeshi batters have gone with the right mindset in this game. They haven't eaten up too many deliveries. And that's where they've been able to score 146 in the 18th over. No, even in T20 format, singles are very important.
Oh, blast set. It's going to go for another maximum. That is an excellent strike. The 150 comes up for Bangladesh with that superlative shots from Liton Kumar Das.
He's dangerous. He's a strong finisher of the innings. He's got the ability, and he's showing us. Another maximum from the bat of Liton Das. Not an easy stroke to execute, especially against a left armour. His partner enjoyed it.
Moves away once again. This is the problem they've had, both the batters, trying to find space and backing away. Allows that bowler to just bowl it away from them. Liton Kumar Das, was mentioning earlier, a couple of lives, there was a stumping opportunity at 30 and dropped again at 56. This one, clever bowling.
Yeah, at times you have to psych out the bowler. You were able to hit the ball out of the park on the onside against the angle. Why did you need to move away from the stumps? The bowler was bound to change the line. That's better option. Running hard, scurrying. Got them quite easily. Good batting from these two.
Absolutely. They've got 13 runs. They want to finish the over on a high. Banura, who has been very miserly and got 3 wickets. They're already 13 in this over. If they can get another 4, that will be the icing on the cake. Seemed a little worried at the moment with the Bangladesh progress.
Having a glance at the field placing, weighing his option, way to find a boundary. Liton Kumar Das.
Oh, nice opening the face, but there is cover in the deep. Single is all they can get, but still a good over with the bat. 14 from it, 155 for 4.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
দেখতে তো ভালো, খেতেও ভালো। চকলেট পিনাট ক্যারামেল ও নোগাটের দারুণ কম্বিনেশন এলো সিক্সার্স চকলেট কোটেড বার। পুরো এনার্জি।
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়। ডিল নাও কোডে KFC, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিজ হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
Some big tall buildings. The last 6 overs, 75 runs. That's an excellent comeback from that power play that you see there. And they look to be falling apart. A tremendous fight back here. Giving the bowlers a chance, and this man has led from the front. Liton Kumar Das on 76 of 49.
Yeah, took the pressure on himself and decided enough is enough. I'm going to take on these bowlers, and did it quite well. Consistently found the boundaries. Quite a few sixes in this innings. A Good hand. 12 T20 50 for Liton Kumar Das. Edged and taken. He's been dismissed at the wrong time. When you talk about Bangladesh's perspectives here, for Sri Lankan, they needed this breakthrough.
Yeah, massive strike. Sana went for a few runs in the previous over. This time around, just going through the shot, one hand off, not in control, slices it, and a simple catch taken, and he's happy. Wrong time for Bangladesh to lose their skipper, but Sri Lanka would love to get back strongly into the game. Through the departure of Liton Das, who goes for 76. It's 155 for 5. Ali, new batter in. You won't have too much time to settle down and have a look. Got off and got himself a couple of runs. Placed that very nicely, the first ball he faced.
A muted celebration from Dikshana after he removed Liton Kumar Das. The reason for that, he dropped him when he was at 60 and he was able to score 16 more. I beg your pardon, 20 more. So that's why muted celebrations.
Oh, he's getting the outside part, the inside part. Oh, thinks of a second run, send back, and wisely too. Would have been in trouble if he went for the second, but Maistik Sana will be relieved, as you said, just inducing him not get enough bat on it. Maybe the back of the bat or the edge, leading edge, and that made him very happy. Up in the trees.
Animated crowd.
Pulls that forward off square and into our corner. That is a very convincing looking shot. Stood up to be hit and it was punished.
They made an excellent contact. Even though the ball was turning away, was able to hit the ball into the gap. This is good batting from Shamim.
Now he gets into position and almost gets him into a bit of a tangle. Trying to be a little cheeky, and he's disappointed with himself.
Stay still, stay still. That'll afford you an opportunity to find a boundary. Cannot afford to do that consistently against Dikshana.
And what that dot ball is going to do is going to force him to play maybe a risky shot, trying to force the issue. Oops. Is Shamim going to back away? You haven't. Never do.
Do not blow your own trumpet, Shamim.
Well, blowing the trumpet, that Shamim in the middle is going to do it. If he gets a boundary, that will take a huge step towards Bangladesh getting to a substantial score. Youngsters here, the support for cricket is absolutely tremendous. So good to see everyone enjoying themselves. He waits. Well, making him wait. 7 runs in the over. So far, last ball. Next into an full toss but awkward looking shot. Despite that, he does retain strike for the last over. 163 for 5.
এই অবস্থায় পড়তে না চাইলে ব্যবহার করুন রেইনবো ড্যাম প্রোটেক্টর।
ইলাস্টোমের ইমালশন থাকায় দেয়াল থাকে ড্যাম প্রুফ রেইনবো পেইন্টস কালার অফ জয়।
বছরের প্রথমে একটা বাচ্চাদের জন্য একটা বড় অ্যামাউন্ট লাগে, ঠিক করলাম আমরা একটা ডিপিএস খুলি এবং বিকাশে এটা খোলার কারণ হচ্ছে কি বেশি হ্যাজেল নাই।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ।
বাংলাদেশ শ্রীলঙ্কা জমজমাট লড়াই চলবে মাঠে, আর খেলা লাইভ স্ট্রিম করুন আপনার মোবাইল, ওয়েব কিংবা ট্যাবে। আজই ডাউনলোড করুন আকাশগো কম্পানিয়ন অ্যাপ অথবা ভিজিট করুন আকাশগো ওয়েবসাইটে।
Bangladesh have recovered from a disastrous start, losing 2 early wickets. First 50 coming off 50 balls, and progressively they've increased that pace towards the 50 runs, and has been very, very clinical in the manner in which they've gone about it. This man in picture, Shamim Hussain Patwari, has been one of the important cog in the wheels. The skipper was there along with him for that partnership which rebuilt the innings for Bangladesh. In a position now in the last over, maybe the 15 runs, well, that will be a game on.
He'll be looking to hit the ball over mid-off. It's in the circle.
Just going down the leg side, try to whip it away. They're scampering through for the first one, call for the second. And because the ball was deflected and went slowly to the fielder, it has given us a couple of balls.
Here's a live wire. Good judge of runs, Shamim Patwari. Needs a couple of boundaries to get T20I 50.
And now a swivel round, there's a fielder. Oh, he parries it over. I think it's gone for 6. He's excited, and why not? There's an opportunity. Ball was going not quite just for the fielder in the deep.
Only 2 runs away from his second T20I 50. You know, the mid-off is up. He realized that the bowler is not going to bowl outside the off stump. He missed the first one, but he was ready for this one. Maneuvered the length quite nicely. Just defeated the fielder at the boundary line and threw punch on the bat. Happy with his effort.
They're targeting the leg side now. A direct hit, I think, has been given out. Yes. Shamim Hussain Patwari was calling for Zakir Ali to take the run quickly. Really, there was not an opportunity there. Easy for the keeper.
Yeah, he was not expecting that Shamim is going to go for a single. But he backed him, sacrificed his wicket. Good aim from the wicketkeeper. And it's Zakir Ali, who was unfortunate batsman, is ousted after scoring 3. It's 171 for 6.
Batter in, Rashad Hussain, he can give the ball a bit of clap. Going to go, oh, this is excellent bowling. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Trying to give the strike back to Shamim Hussain, and he sold him down the river.
Well, it was Shamim's call. He knew the wicketkeeper has a very good aim. He ran, but the keeper, Kusal Mendes, was alert. Pounced on the opportunity once again. Twice in this over. And a good hand from Shamim Hussain. Patwari, 48 from just 27 deliveries. 177, 71 for 7.
বছরের প্রথমে একটা বাচ্চাদের জন্য একটা বড় অ্যামাউন্ট লাগে, ঠিক করলাম আমরা একটা ডিপিএস খুলি এবং বিকাশে এটা খোলার কারণ হচ্ছে কি বেশি হ্যাজেল নাই।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ। ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, শিলক্স, সুমিজ হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস। তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সসের বস।
Mohammad Saifuddin, new batter in, 2 balls to face. He's moving around, does manage to get the toe end of the bat. It's a single, don't want another run out, they're going for the second one. Here's the throw, it was his call, I think he might be safe.
Have you ever seen a hat trick of runouts?
The umpire director, we have an umpire referral for a run out. Could you give me a best side on angle, please? Pull it forward. Okay, better well inside the popping crease when the wickets, the bails are off. I have a decision for the big screen. And
just defended. Hat trick of runouts there. Saifuddin.
What a super dive, I must say. Ball here, went off, and then he scurried back, extend his bat. Doesn't quite understand what's going on. But there's going to be a big hit coming. Here there is, and it's found a bit of the gap. There is going to be no one who's going to stop that boundary from going to the boundary. So they finished with a flourish. After 20 overs, Bangladesh 177 for 7.
Yeah, remained still on that occasion, Saifuddin, and got the ball where he wanted, was ready and pounced on it. Yeah, one feels that the Bangladeshis created a chance to score more than 185, lost the opportunity because of those 2 run-outs. But these 2 bowlers did bowl well. Banura picked up 3 wickets and Tikshana was very economical.
I must give credit to the Sri Lankan bowlers, particularly in the first half of the game, when they had things under control, used those slow deliveries wonderfully well. That's the scorecard. Bangladesh losing Tanzi Darimon very early in the innings. Then Liton Kumar Dash with Tawhid Hriday put up a fight. He scored 76 of 50 ball, a real captain's knock, and managed to take his team to 177 for 7. The bowling has been good. It has been very clever, particularly from the pace bowlers who slowed it down. Binora Fernando getting 3 for 31 and a wicket shed.
Voice changer.
And
Your streams and
Binora, the
recordings.
standout performer with the ball. 3 for 31 in his 4 overs. Well, going to take a short break. The target for Sri Lanka when they come
2000 মিলি অ্যাম্পিয়ার ব্যাটারি, ক্লিক ব্যাকআপ লাইট, লাইটের ব্যাকআপ, লাইফের ব্যাকআপ।
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
সাড়ে 3 বছর পর বাংলাদেশে পাকিস্তান, দুই দলই ভাঙা গড়ার মধ্য দিয়ে তৈরি হচ্ছে 2026 টি20 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের জন্য। 3 ম্যাচের সিরিজ 20, 22 আর 24 জুলাই সন্ধ্যা 6টা থেকে সরাসরি টি স্পোর্টস ও নাগরিক টিভিতে।
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা, 1 লিটারে 15 টাকা আর 2 লিটারে 40 টাকা ছাড়। জলদি কিনুন।
মামা, বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায় দেওয়াও যায়। এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল। কি আশ্চর্য! বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিট, বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ।
বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত, জমাও দিন সময় মতো।
That's what Bangladesh got, 177 for 7. Very, very creditable indeed, considering where they were. They were struggling earlier on in the power plays. Liton Das showing the way with 76 of 51 and a very good 48 by Shamim of 27. And Ridoy also chipping in with 31. Vinra Fernando was good at the top, 3 for 31. And to say went for a few runs, a little bit unusual for him. A wicket for Tikshana and also for Nuan Tushara. So, well, Sri Lanka will regret some of the missed opportunities. When Bangladesh started, they didn't get off to a good start with Nuan Tushara striking very, very early in the first over. Then Binra Fernando got into the act. Good catch by Kusal Pereira.
That was Tanvir Hassan, neatly taken by Kusal Janit Pereira. Shot third man, Tawit Ridoy and Liton Kumar Das. They hit some lusty blows. Especially Tawit Ridoy looked busy. Liton Das playing the field right whenever the opportunity arises. Goes up to the mark, top edge. Kusal Pereira, second time he's taken a good catch. Binra Fernando just can't keep him away. The same over. India said Mirage trying to scoop it over. Finally on the slow ball, hands out a volley catch to Nuan Tushara. Chami Karnatha was there behind square for a boundary. Liton Kumar Das, Roshan, I thought he was excellent today. Took the right options, some lusty blows.
It was an excellent knock, no doubt, by the captain. And there were an opportunity. This was Mahesh Dikshana, just didn't get underneath the ball. And couldn't get his hands to it, but Liton Das just made amends. And beautifully done. This was Shamim. He looked very good, and then Liton Das just continued swinging his bat. And finally, miscued top edge, ending his innings.
Batted really well. Patwari. A couple of lusty blows. And the last over, Kaljani Kusal Mendis first got rid of Jakar Ali. Imran Hussain going for the run. Shamim did the right thing, trying to get the strike back. In the end, gifting his wicket away. Good the end. Sri Lanka will have a stiff target. Bangladesh to win this game, Roshan, as far as I'm
Hello, 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 check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check. Hello.
Hello, hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
Check. Hello. 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 Check. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello. Hello. Sabika. Oh, Sabika. Amma? Amma? Amma, mamma, 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 mamma.
Pa, pa, pa. Hello. Check. One, two, three. Toot, 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 toot.
Sabika? Oh, Sabika. Sabika. Check, check. Hello. Check. Hello. Hello.
Visiting teams, most of the fast bowlers take a little while to get used to the conditions, especially in the evenings. Advantage what Taskin Ahmed, Shariful Islam has, they played in Dambulla last year in the LPL. So they'll know crosswinds and not to run too hard against the wind. Just go through the good moment and all of a sudden at the last moment, let it go. That's a good start. Back of the length and already 138 clicks.
They have a spring in their step, but don't they? They'll know that the momentum is with them because the way they have built or recovered. That's a lovely pair of shoes, looking white, quite white and nice, clean.
Since when you started admiring about shoes, Roshan?
Well, I always admire anything nice. That can include shoes as well. Full toss, gift and put away. Didn't really time it as well as he would like it, but with his open spaces, large open spaces, Kusal Mendes gets a boundary.
A freebie to start his innings off. Going for the Yorker. Ball is swinging. The hallmark of Kusal Mendes in the last few months has been his head position. Saw the ball early and up and under he goes.
check, check, check. Microphone testing.
Against the wind. Carrying on his good form, Patum Nisanka. Absolutely muscles it. 80-meter hit. Don't think he was intent to bowl a bouncer, Saifuddin. Dragged down more than enough. Straight away, change the field. Deep car point comes into the circle. That's exactly where the ball went deep into get in place. Two fielders outside the circle in the leg side. Be happy with a single. Just looking to work it from the off stump, so that packed offside. Saifuddin will have to be very, very tight with his length. With that offside field strongly packed, saving a single, just can't afford to go wide. And on the other hand, Maha, that short ball was asking to be put away. Bangladesh scoring 177. A lot was spoken about in the mid-lows in the last game up in Pallakali. Did not shot in intent, but today it's a different story. Poor delivery, and Kusal Mendis brings up 2,000 runs in international cricket. T20 international with an easy boundary down the leg side, almost swept it. Well, I'll tell you what, he's just struck a purple patch. And in fact, the second Sri Lankan after Kusal Perera to reach that milestone, and beautifully done. Just swept it, as you said, outside the leg stump, short fine leg in the circle. That's a wrong line to bowl. Was looking. Oh, now that has to be tight. I'll tell you what, that has to be tight. I won't be surprised if Kusal Mendis is run out here. That's brilliant.
We have a
that is wonderful piece of fielding.
Give me a best side on angle, please. Roll it forward. The batter well short of the crease, and I have a decision for the big screen.
Poor piece of cricket by Kusal Mendis. Don't think he expected the field. I thought it was Shamim Hussain had extra cover. Yeah, he's the one, cover point in fact. Expected him to throw it that quick in one motion. No desperation shown, no dive in the end. This wicket is taken by a magnificent fielding. Just what Bangladesh needed in the power play. Man in form, Mendis gone for 8. Sri Lanka 19 for 1.
আমিও তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই। তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম। বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ।
Amazing taste, Mr. Noodles. Enjoy the best.
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা।
বিজলি কেবলস যে কোনো স্থাপনার বৈদ্যুতিক সংযোগকে রাখে নিরাপদ। এর স্কিন কোটেড ইনসুলেশন সম্পূর্ণ ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট, তাই বিজলি কেবলস নিজেই নিজেকে নেভায়।
বিজলি কেবলস
নিরাপদ আজীবন।
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা, 1 লিটারে 15 টাকা আর 2 লিটারে 40 টাকা ছাড়। জলদি কিনলাম।
Download Voice Mod and set it up with your mic and headset. Now inside OBS, choose your scene and go to Sources and add an audio input capture source. Name it something like Voice Mod Mic and select this microphone that says Voice Mod Virtual on your device. Make sure your voice changer is turned on in Voice Mod and choose your voice. And this is what your audience will hear. Hearing audio doubling when using Voice Mod on your stream. Let's look at some quick fixes. Number 1, make sure you only have one mic source in OBS. Sometimes we add a second mic source and forget to take out the first one, so let's check for that. Number 2, are your headphones bleeding? Not actually, but sometimes your mic can pick up the sound coming out of...
Has done scorer Kusal Perera, fresh from taking 2 good catches. An important contribution in the last game. Shamim Hussain Patwari played the wrong stroke. Kusal Mendes, there you go. He's just jogging. This was, I thought he was too casual in the middle, and the last bit, the sprinting boots came out. It was too late. This is an example for any youngster. Even though where the ball goes doesn't matter, you sprint across rather than ball watching. Initially, false stroke wasn't that short, goes to cow point, bounces nicely into the palms of Shamim Hussain. Take a look at the intensity level. He's watching the ball, no intensity shown, and all of a sudden caught napping. At international level, not good enough.
I think he realized that the throw was to his end a little bit too late, at which point I think the throw was on its way and Shamim was simply outstanding. Great marksman. Nisanka gets it with the movement. Well, the leg up high, he did very well, Pragit Ramukwella. Let's see what happened there.
Almost cleaned him up. Oops, careful. Natural instincts would have been try and take it, but he realized he cannot do it and showed good reflexes to get away from that. Brilliant.
Well done. Well done. Well done, Pranit. I think he did well. Sri Lanka needs, as you say, a good power play. Slip in for the left armour. Short ball, and very nearly, very lucky Kusal went after it. Could have easily gloved it, top-edged it. That's one for the over.
I like the aggression Shariful Islam is showing here. Surprise Kusal Perera with the bounce and pace. Kumar does it, collecting over his head. Close to be called a wide delivery, if I'm being really honest to you, Prashant. But nevertheless, like the intent. This is what Bangladesh lacked in the last game up in Palakele with Tanzim and Baskin going for runs.
That's gone. That's a soft dismissal. Shariful strikes. That is a very soft dismissal indeed by Kusal Perera. Played away from his body. Just pushed at it. And an extremely good catch by the man at cover.
For some reason, Kusal Perera stopped his shot going through it. Rishad Hussain initially misjudged it, but in the end, he takes it. Exactly what Bangladesh needed in the power play, setting the tone, couple of wickets, and they've got it. Both the Kusals have dismissed. This time it's Pereira gone without scoring. 21 for 2 Sri Lanka.
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে KFC, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিজ হট কেক, ম্যাকশেক আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
আমি তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই। তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম। বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ।
Bangladesh on top here. Dismissing one of the openers and the number 3. Well, he'll need a lot of improvement in this record. Strike rate under 100. Average little over 11. Kusal Pereira's dismissal was rather timid. Tame, one should say. Just stopped it as you said. Rishad Hussain, a tall lad, long limbs, good catch. The over's done, 21 for 2.
চিকেন খেতে হয় না কারো লেট যেদিন থাকে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস
তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সস সসের বস
21 for 2. Now it will be very interesting to see what the Sri Lankan approach would be here. Now we were talking about setting the tone in the power play. I'm not sure whether Sri Lanka will be looking at that. It might be more consolidation. Mustafiz.
Long levers of Rishad Hussain came to very good effect to take this soft dismissal catch of Kusal Pereira. Initially misjudges it, he wants to dive, then he realizes it's too far away and takes it fingertips. Exactly what Bangladesh needed. A lot of things to like about Bangladesh today. We spoke about between 7th to 15th over last game, they only scored 54 runs, losing 3 wickets. Today's game, 76 for 2. And the last 5 overs, 62 runs. That was the big difference. Well settled batter, carrying on till the last moment. This is what good T20 sides does.
Could have been wicket number 3, I'll tell you. Avishka Fernando, very, very lucky. Well, he timed his jump, Amon just couldn't hold on to it. Just take a look at this. Just whipped it. And yes, in and out.
Would have been a good catch, but at this level that should have been taken. Leaps it. Imagine if 3 down Sri Lanka in the power play, Bangladesh would be cock-a-hooped. But good start by Fizz. His experience will come in handy, especially in the middle overs and the death overs, bowling cutters into the pitch. A lot to like about Bangladesh approach with the batting and with the ball. I'm pretty sure they would have spoken about 1 or 2 wickets in the power play. They've done it. Now it's all about identify some players, not giving easy runs, avoid the easy boundary deliveries and create the pressure and try and get the required rate up to 10, more than 10, so the Sri Lankans will feel it. Also looking at the way Mustafiz is bowling, he's running in and bending his back, looking to bowl with pace on, haven't seen the cutters as yet, that's understandable. Bowling in the power plays, he's got the square leg out on the boundary and the third out on the boundary, the rest saving 1. This is a good over. This will be the approach. Avishka Fernando will look to play a little bit watchfully. Anthony Nisanka's approach will be different, but Sri Lanka needs a partnership. Yeah, Fernando always a cautious start, isn't he? Even ODI cricket, T20 cricket takes a little time. That's where I think Bangladesh bowlers can squeeze in some dot deliveries without the Sri Lankans knowing get the required rate of 10, 10.5, and all of a sudden the dressing room feels it. Simple game plans. What about this? It's fallen short. For a moment I thought Avishka Fernando timed it well. To speak about hitting against the breeze. The fielder at backward square leg had a lot of ground to cover. Looking at all the fielders in the 30-yard circle, they were applauding Saifuddin for the effort. Initially, he was in the game for the catch, realizes that he's far away. And was safe option, or sensible option I should say. Not go for the catch and try and save 3 runs. Poor piece of running as well by Sri Lankans, just managing 1 run from that shot. Excellent over. Just 4 runs off it. 25 for 2.
ব্রাউন সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে ব্রাউন সস